Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going?
Hi everyone, nice to be here.
Hey, Alex. How's everything?
Great. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. Very excited to have you on today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Calling you from France.
Very nice. I'm calling in from New York over here, so earlier in the morning for me. But I'm gonna just give it a second. Should have some more people coming in
Sure.
a little bit late. Think we could get started here. Some more people are rolling in slowly. I see. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming in. And I guess for anyone who hasn't joined yet or who joins late, this is being recorded, so you should be able to listen to the recording afterwards. I just wanted to take a little bit of time today to talk about the Crew3 platform, which we are really excited to have kind of added into our community and created almost this hub for everyone to be able to participate and talk about our project. And I've been talking to you, Alexis, and also one of the other co-creators from Crew3, Mathis. And you guys have been able to kind of give me a little bit of some insight into the platform, a little bit of kind of your plans, and just talk a little bit more about how Crew3 can really be this web hub. And so that was something that I was really interested in kind of talking today with some of the UnUniFi community members who might not be familiar with the platform yet, or they might have heard me talking or sharing the platform in Discord and still haven't had a chance to look at it. So, I don't know, maybe you want to take a second and just describe Crew3 to anyone who might not be familiar yet, or, anyone from our community who's kind of on the fence about it. And then we can kind of just, I guess, talk a little bit about the positives of that, using a platform like this one.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, just to make you the little quick storytelling about the project. So we started like early 2022 now. In 8 months, Crew3 is live, and it started when we are all like working on different Web3 projects, and so having our own Web3 communities as well. And like we noticed that it was kind of a nightmare to manage and scale the community engagement and actually really understand who was the active member inside our community. So while working on the platform, we had like a kind of a huge community on Discord, people wanting to contribute, but no efficient way to engage them and track their engagement. So basically, we come up with the first version of the current product. People inside the community started using it a lot, and other projects started to ask and request access to it. So we started like to open a private beta and started working full time on this. So at the moment, Crew3 is like the go-to platform to grow, engage, and onboard your community members. It will be way more in the future, and I will tell you this later. But at the moment, the goal is really to have a dedicated platform to centralize all the like the missions, the quests, the community members could do to provide value to the community and the project. It's more, and the form of a gamified task management, basically. And with the XP earn, basically, it's like you competing all against each other inside the community for being the most active community members in order to either earn some reward or just have the satisfaction of being the most active community members. And this is on this first iteration that we really started expanding. Now it's been more than 100 communities using us, so there is like DeFi project like you, also a lot of gaming projects. Like it's quite diverse in terms of communities that is using that are using Crew3. And so as I was telling you, like the main goal was really to improve community engagement first. Now we try to add in like new features to help grow the community also and onboard the users. So now you have all this onboarding quest format, just like that it automatically provide a Discord role, just to also be sure to have a smooth onboarding for your community members. Then there are more engagement tasks like the one you have launched recently. And in the future, the goal is also to solve a second pain is the understanding of the community. So it's more like for you, Chris, and on the UnIFi side, but there is also more social feature coming for the contributor and community member side. So on the administrator side, the goal is really to bring more visibility inside like who is in your community. So I'm talking about some maybe demographics, some knowledge about activity of the members inside your Discord or inside Crew3 platform, just to also understand how healthy kind of is your community and how well is it evolving. Like if you're getting more engagement, more people coming to your Discord, and just if everything going well, basically. So having some metrics and analytics about this, and to track that aspect. And on the contributor side, yes, the idea is really to bring more social features. So at the moment, it's quite basic, the information we display on the user profile. But in the future, we want to allow the people to have really their social footprint inside Crew3 and be able to track like all the communities they have been involved in, how much, for example, they have been active for UnIfi, which level they have there, and like this also it can help them to find new communities and also help projects like UnIfi to get a new potential interested members through like community discovery, basically.
Yeah, I really like that aspect about community discovery because I think it's a really interesting place in which the Crew3 platform exists that can allow, kind of all of these different projects like you said, and people from different aspects of kind of Web3 to be able to find a similar common ground or a similar platform that they can use, and kind of be able to use that same community discovery aspect to kind of get a little cross exposure and find out what other projects might exist in the Web3 space. And I think to that extent, with that being said, it could be almost almost creating Crew3 where it's not just a community hub, but like you said, a Web3 hub, and could be that entry point or that onboarding point for a lot of users who are new to Web3, or trying to find a way to learn about a project in a manner which is fun and engaging, right? So I think you said like a little bit of that educational aspect as well, right? Kind of onboarding new users and being able to create a safe space where they could kind of learn and participate for a project. I think
Definitely.
that's something.
At the moment, for the community member side, it's like really a basic ranking of top communities in terms of activity inside Crew3. But in the future, the idea is really, as you said, like to have a true hub to, even if you have like no knowledge about Web3 or no like community that you have in mind, really being able to browse all communities by your interests, or also by type of activity, type of, I don't know, like NFT hold or this kind of specificities, and being really able to track and then enter the community through Crew3, for example, and then be able to like join the Discord and really able to discover the community by this way. Yeah, that's on the roadmap. Not in the upcoming months, but in the future, that's definitely something super interesting to explore. Yeah.
Now, I know you also mentioned that Crew3 was looking at possible, other integrations, kind of beyond Discord or beyond Twitter, just to kind of expand the resources that are available on the platform. Do you know, like, where in the timeline that kind of process might sit? Because
Um,
and one of the things I've been very careful to kind of talk to the community about is kind of this Crew3 being very new as a platform. It's not really something that I've seen before, and I think a lot of the community members have not seen it before. And you guys are very early into the development stage where it's currently in beta. So a lot of changes, like you said, are kind of on the way and being done in the background.
yeah, no, it's the product is always evolving. We are still beta, but the current version of the product is really running now super smoothly. Been like almost a million quests executed on the platform, so really being tested and approved for now. But in terms of new feature, yeah, we in integration we are adding always new things. So something I not mentioned is at the moment we are 4 working full time on the project, but we are going to hire kind of funding team by the end of the year. So we're going to go up to 10 crew members basically. So basically, DMs are open, so feel free to candidate, of course. But so also the reason of new feature deployed or new integration will accelerate, and that's super exciting. And the next maybe big thing in terms of integration will be probably with on-chain activities, and either regarding tracking of on-chain activities or just being able to reward directly through on-chain rewards. So that's going to be maybe the next integration that we are going to add. But yeah, always improving, and also this is why it's interesting to have a chat with communities like you, because you are always like full of new interesting ideas that we could implement, and depending also on your needs or just on your pain points, that really help us shape the product through the time.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's one of the things is we've been gathering a lot of feedback, kind of seeing how different community members in our, larger community are able to kind of have success, or maybe where there's some stresses in the platform. And kind of taking it as a growing process, I think is something that a lot of the users in our platform are very excited about. They kind of are very proactive in trying to create the most seamless or a very easy to use experience. And I think that goes for everyone in the kind of the Web3 world, is again like creating this platform that's like a very easy to use entry point into Web3, but also giving people the power to feel entitled in empowered by participating and representing the projects that they're passionate about, and giving them a clear space to kind of show their support for a project. I think that's something that originally, when we saw that, was one of the main things was, how do we create recognition for community participation? How do we create recognition for the members who kind of stand out the most, and create the largest support?
And yeah, and I also think as a contributor, like it's also super exciting to be able to really contribute to the project from various type of actions, but to feel like really a part of it, and being able to bring value to the project, and helping also and being in his development. Basically, it's super exciting, and that's an extension basically of the Discord, where you can chat and really communicate as a community, and then up you go on the Crew3, and it's more like, okay, how can I bring value to the project? And I found this really super exciting, basically.
Now, do you see Crew3 growing to kind of, this place where it can be that final, that like entry point for all of Web3, right? Where it's like, creating a space where people who maybe are not familiar with Web3, not familiar with crypto, can kind of come onto the Crew3 platform in general, and have that be your hub or your entry point into this kind of like new world for people?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, this is something we had in mind. We still have in mind, but we are also like we really want to be like community friendly, basically. So we also want to be like the tool that helps community on both community manager side and contributor side. And also we want to design the product that really help them the most. And at the moment, this is not the main request we have, and this is not the main aspect people want from the product. So even though it's like a super exciting perspective for Crew3, that's something maybe we might explore in the coming years, but not on the short term. We still try to promote communities on our landing page with this kind of top community things, and that's something community really love. But they also like to be like linked directly to their Discord, and Discord being their open entry door, or their Twitter. And so we are going to see how this is evolving. As I told you before, like we're trying to push more social features. So that's also obviously going in the way of like an entry hub for Web3. but we want to keep our first thing like being a good way to engage community members and help community grow. And we will try to stay online. And if that line brings us to being the entry hub, that's great. But we'll see we'll see how it goes in the upcoming years, basically.
Awesome. That's really great to hear. That's really exciting. I think, like I've already said, it's a new direction to explore, and something that's real fun. And even like you said, just processes as simple as featuring the engaged communities on the homepage. Kind of create something that's exciting for each of the communities.
Yeah.
So like, for our community, I think we reached at top number 7 or number 6 in activity on the platform, and so a lot of people in our community were really excited to see it featured on the homepage. So even something as simple as that, kind of creates that gamified aspect to kind of get people more engaged and participating and active.
Definitely, and it's also a sense of kind of quality, I would say, for community members, because like they are like, okay, I know this community has a lot of activity, so even if I'm not part of this community, I can be interested of, yeah, this is an active community, so that can be interesting to join and see why they are so active. Maybe the project is amazing, maybe the spirit behind the community kind of is super interesting. So it's also help the featured community attract new members. So yeah, that's really cool.
So it looks like I have a couple of questions coming in. If that's all right with you, Alex, I think maybe we can open up the floor to a few questions, see if anybody.
Sure.
So I did see one question about the distribution of rewards. So to answer your question, Moon, we are planning to distribute rewards on a monthly basis based off of activity through the Crew3 platform. Now, I do know Crew3 actually has a way to kind of delegate rewards internally on the platform, which is something we have looked into. Right? I know you guys are trying to work on kind of creating additional reward structures or, additional, like you said, on-chain incentives that can be integrated into the platform. But Moon, I hope that answers your question, at least for our project specifically, is at the end of the month, we kind of tally up the completed quests, and then we're doing distribution of rewards on a monthly cycle. Now, I did see someone else raise their hand, but I think he might have put it down. I don't see you anymore. But for anyone else who's here, if you do have any questions, feel free to raise your hand, or you could submit via tweet. There's a little button on the lower right of your screen that looks like a chat box, and it'll just let you reply to the space in a tweet format. So if you have a question there as well.
Yeah, and feel free also just to share your feedback as on the user side of how is Crew3 maybe helping you on your community journey. That would be super interesting to hear. And on your side, Chris, if I can ask you a question in return, what is in your mind? Like what's in your mind in terms of Crew3 usage? Do you see like the current Quest activities being like something that you're going to use long term, or some periodic time, or between or after new release of features? What do you have in mind after the few days of using the product?
Yeah, so on our end, we kind of told our community members that like the Crew3 platform is currently in beta, and there's a lot of features that you guys have mentioned are coming out or in the progress of coming out, and so on our end, I think kind of seeing how that evolves and as new features come out, being able to add them to our dashboard would be really exciting. Right now, we do have there's a little bit of a delay in the Quest approval process because there is quite a large number of quests being submitted by our community. And so, I think that was something that our community members were asking questions about. And, I was kind of telling them about how some of the quests can be auto validated and other quests actually have the proof of completion that has to get reviewed. And so being able to kind of jump between those two different structures is something that we were testing out a little bit, between the auto validated quests and then the ones that have to get manually reviewed. Aside from that, I think it's been a pretty smooth process so far. A lot of the community members seem to not have any issues in terms of connecting their accounts to the website. The website itself is pretty seamless, just in quest creation and kind of being able to add these new quests. We have it integrated into the Discord now, so the bot is sending a message whenever a new quest is kind of created. And so far on our end, it seems to be pretty smooth. Definitely, I think there's a couple of ways we can kind of make that process even more automated or even more streamlined, and so that's something that we're looking into as well as we kind of try to update our dashboard.
Great. And yeah, regarding automated quest, auto-related quest, that's a great point. We started with Twitter Quest because it was the most requested one, but we are going also to think of how we can try to automate it and maximize the automation of certain quests to make it frictionless on your side in terms of quest reviewing, basically.
Yeah, I think that's right. I see here another question about um, uh, a feature that involves uploading video for task completion. Well, on the dashboard, there is a way to set the task completion as a link, right? And so NFT Guru, to answer your question, basically, like if there was a URL submission, and your video was uploaded somewhere, for example, say YouTube, you can actually submit your YouTube video URL as the task completion, and that would pop up on our end. So that's an option there. I don't think there's an option to upload a video directly, but you would have to upload it yourself and then share the link for where it's uploaded.
Yes, exactly.
Great question. I see a couple of questions here coming in. Love to hear more about the UnUniFi project. What is UnUniFi's end goal? Okay, so for anyone who's not familiar with UnUniFi, please feel free to check us out. We are a nftfi platform for anyone who's not familiar, and that is a portmanteau. It's a combination of the words DeFi and nftfi, which is this really great emerging space. And essentially the concept is a lot of people are looking to access liquidity in their NFTs or find true utility in NFTs that maybe they can't really use, or NFTs that don't have easy liquidity. And so UnUniFi has built out and is currently building out a platform that allows NFT auto DeFi yield. It's an auto DeFi yield process and also a marketplace. And so essentially what you could do is you can collateralize your NFT, create a collateralized deposit position off an NFT, and use that to access liquidity from the underlying value of your NFT. And so it's this concept of getting liquidity through NFT lending, right? And we're building out a platform and marketplace. So it's going to be fully self-enclosed. It's a fully, self-supporting, self-sufficient ecosystem that is actually built on its own layer one blockchain. So we're using the Cosmos SDK to create our own layer one, and everything else in regards to your standard NFT types, and most popular forms of cryptocurrencies. All of these different things are kind of being integrated in different ways, in addition to our own native in platform currency, which is called GUU. So I hope that helps. It's a lot to say in 5 sentences, but if you do have any questions, I'd love to come back and tell you a little bit more about the project later on, and also if you have a chance to check out our website, feel free to go over there. The white paper is on the homepage of the website, and as well as some more information. So I hope that addresses your question about a little bit behind the platform. I did see someone raise their hand. Hold on. You just appeared. Feel free to come back. I hope I didn't scare you away, unless that was your question and I answered it. Does anyone have any further questions for me or Alexis from Crew3? Any Crew3 related questions? Or I see a few coming in again. Some more. Hi, how's it going?
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you for letting me speak. I just have a few questions for the team.
Sure. What was your question?
Okay, so I wanted to talk about the testnet program that we went through, which was we're giving tokens like coins. So I wanted to know what's the future with you guys coins?
What is the future with our coins?
Yes.
Is that what you said? Okay, so basically, like I said, those currencies that we created are going to be supported by the platform. So you can be able to stake those tokens if you would like for either yield, or you can use them in platform if you are a participant in the marketplace or the platform. But a lot of people have been staking their tokens right now. And there are a couple of different delegators that you could use, and that would be on the kind of alpha version of our portal, where you can actually go in and connect your wallet.
Okay.
Hope that helps you to answer your question.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Did you have any questions about the Crew3 platform, or that was the one? Oh, all right, I guess he muted himself.
And there is a question from Hiroi. In case the quest is in review a day or more, it means that something wrong or you checked manually. Yeah, to answer this question for your side, but normally it's mostly because it's been reviewed manually then, and as there is a huge amount of quests submitted, it might take a few days. This is correct, Chris?
Yes. So any quests that are not auto validated, so some of our manual ones are going to be, there is a kind of a delay between submission. That doesn't mean your quest is automatically rejected. It actually stays in the platform as pending until it's been manually approved by a moderator. So, I'm sure that is the case for a lot of the larger communities where you see a lot of this activity, is that uh, you know they may not have an immediate approval system for the manual requests, right? So something that was submitted, for example, yesterday evening, and we had not had a chance to manually review your request, that doesn't mean it's automatically rejected. It stays there as a pending review. ZK Lend would like to ask a question.
Hi,
Yeah, I have something to ask.
can you hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay,
How's it going?
yeah, I'm doing fine. Actually, thanks a lot for answering my question. That was my previous question about the validation of the quest. And I have one more question. For example, if I send the request for the quest and this request was declined, do I have the possibility to send once more for the review, or it's just disappear?
Oh, so you can resubmit a quest. I actually talked about this earlier in the Discord, but basically, if a quest is declined, it could mean either A, it didn't meet some or all of the requirements for the quest itself. Or B, it could have just been something where like a link or a proof of submission was incorrectly submitted. Either way, if you think your quest was like, perfectly valid and you completed all the requirements, you can 100% feel free to resubmit it, or you could even ask me directly on Discord. There is a system in which a quest that was declined or marked as a failure can actually be reassigned as a success. And so what we've been seeing is, if there is something like that where there is a failed quest, and it was, for whatever reason failed but needs to be reassigned as a success, it's actually like one click button to review. So that is something that, you can do there. And then you can also resubmit it on your end. So either one would work.
Okay, thank you. I understood. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if there are any other questions, I would like to slowly start to kind of see if we can get all these questions answered so we can wrap it up, because I do not want to take too much of Alexa's time today. Looks like we have 2 requests to speak. So we'll probably take those 2 and then slowly start to kind of wrap it up here. Just give me 1 second. All right, can add you as a speaker. Hello.
Can you hear me, sir?
Hi. Yes.
Okay. The question is, if it's possible for a user to a kind of switch his or her Twitter account into another without and still retain the accumulated XP without disconnecting it. I don't know whether it's possible or whether the Crew3 team will have to implement the feature or so. I just wanted to ask about it.
Which account specifically? Like your Twitter account or like your connected Discord account or
Twitter account,
the Twitter account.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% certain. Alexis, would you know if someone would be able to change their Twitter account and keep completed XP?
Yep. Normally, you just have to go in your user profile and you edit it, and then you can remove your Twitter account and you can just add a new one.
Okay.
Is it clear? So you go on your profile, edit, and then you will see like your Discord ID and your Twitter ID, and you just remove your current one and you replace by the new one.
Okay, because I was kind of worried if the team that UnUniFi will have to cross-check the tasks and the quests and maybe kind of revoke all the XP assigned.
No. It's linked to your Crew3 account, so it's not gonna impact anything. No worries.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Perfect. And it looks like we have one more question here from Player Brands. I can invite him back. And then looks like it'll probably be the last question we take.
So what would be different from OpenSea? What's the differentiation from OpenSea?
Oh, actually, this is something that I probably can't answer in 1 sentence, but the advantage of our project is the nftfi ecosystem that is integrated into the marketplace. And additionally, any NFT that is exhibited in our marketplace can accept bids. And when you accept bids, what you're doing here is you're actually accepting them based on true demand. So generally speaking, when you try to look at NFT pricing, it may not be always 100% accurate on different other marketplaces based off of the rarity of an NFT in a collection, or there may just be underlying value in an NFT compared to the available liquidity for the NFT, right? And the way a lot of people like to calculate that formula, or the way they like to look at that, is they like to look at what NFTs are currently being bidded for versus what NFTs are actually selling for. So the difference between floor price and bid prices. And that's just one thing that a lot of people use on like OpenSea, for example. But pricing is generated on demand for our marketplace. Now, that is something I could definitely talk to you a little bit more about. So I would recommend joining our Discord if you haven't joined our Discord yet. It's just discord.gg/UnUniFi. And in there, you can definitely ask some more project-oriented questions to me directly, and I'd be happy to help you out.
Okay, thank you. I'm already following the Discord. I'll chat you on.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so just shoot me a DM over there.
Okay, no problem. Thanks
Okay.
again. Wonderful work.
Thank you. You're welcome. Now I have one hand up from Joe, a request to speak. I think we'll take this as our last question and then wrap it up here.
Perfect.
Hi, Joe. Can you hear us?
Hi, Joe.
I think you have to unmute yourself. It says you're muted there.
Okay. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, hi.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. I love this team. I believe so much in this project. I was part of the testnet, one of the testnet users, and I was live during the launch. We did the countdown together. Awesome speaker you had that day. That's I don't know, the guy with the Chinese voice, a wonderful, intelligent guy, and answered all our questions beautifully. And he told us then that because of the bear market issue that was coming, we had to put things on hold to secure the project. I love that concept of protecting the project, and so that we don't just come out and all of that. So we got the Genesis NFT, and we got some tokens. Since then, we kind of just tap in once in a while Discord to see the progress, what's going on. And we've been seeing a lot of partnerships coming in since then, a lot of partnerships, and it tells us that, see, this is where we can put our money. This is a project that is really focused on achieving great things, So I would like to ask, as regards to the launch of the full staking platform, where are we, and also what can we stake right now? If you guys are launching, can we buy something now? Can we put our money? What can we do? Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Joe, for your support, the UnUniFi project. We love to hear members who have been with us from the early days. So I know, so this isn't really a Crew3 related question, but I'll just try to answer it quickly anyway. So right now, if you go into the alpha of our portal, you can stake any of the tokens you receive from participating in testnet. Right now, the tokens, aside from that, are not publicly trading anywhere, so you can't, buy or sell these tokens on any exchanges or anything like that. But right now, if you do have any tokens that you receive from testnet or that you receive from the portal, you can go ahead and stake those, and your token value will accumulate. And then basically, in regards to kind of updates to the development status, we do have some updates on the way. We're actually working on right now adding some nftfi features, very early testing of that protocol to the portal. However, you will hear a more formal announcement from us about that when the time is ready. So yeah, just stay tuned. And, like I said, many announcements have been coming, will continue to come. And I'm sure, as you can see with our progress, we continue to build here day in and day out. And so that is something that you'll hear from us directly when the time comes. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
And also, I just wanted to say, while we're here, that I think we will wrap it up. Thank you so much, Alexis, for attending today and being able to kind of talk to us a little bit about the Crew3 platform and give us some insight as one of the co-creators of the platform. We really appreciate that.
Thanks a lot to you, Chris, as well, and congrats to the community. reaching the number 7 spot in terms of activity. That's huge, and that's only the beginning. I have the feeling. So keep going the good work on Crew3, and congrats also for your project, and I wish you the best in the future, and let's keep in touch.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you everyone for hopping in. Thank you again, Alexis, for being able to be here with us today and share your insight.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk soon.